Our mothers have the same name, you and I. And that truth, that realization, is the second lifting of Batman. It's another moment that he can rise and become the hero he was meant to be. And from that moment in the movie, Batman changes. And from that moment in the movie, Superman changes. Because Batman is reminded of the hero he can be and the help he can be to the world. And Superman is reminded in that moment that he is not ineffective, that he does matter, and that he can help people rise up, just like he helped Batman rise up. Batman becomes the symbol for Superman of the good he can do in the world and the people he can help. And Superman becomes for Batman the reinvigoration, the rise. And I think then to watch those two characters go out, to watch Batman then say, "We will save your mother," because that is the peril of the moment, is that Superman's mother is at risk. And when Batman realizes that another Martha, another mother, is at risk, he says, that will not happen. And he is a transformed person. He changes in that moment. And what you see from that moment on is a Batman, is a Bruce Wayne with a different focus. And that's where you start seeing him be Batman again. And even though there was something painful for me in watching an hour and a half of him not be my Batman, there was something very beautiful about watching 45 minutes of him becoming my Batman again. And even though there was something very depressing about watching 90 minutes of Superman not be my Superman, there was something very joyful and uplifting about watching him become my Superman again. And so to me, this movie was not about that pit. It was not about the darkness. It was about watching these two characters rise together and fight together and go out together to then do something good together to help the world. And in what for me was a very profound moment, after Batman saves Martha Kent, she says to him, asks him a question that he's been asked many times before in movies and in fiction. She says, "Who are you?" And you know what the answer has been so many times before. The answer has been, "I'm Batman." But his answer in this movie, when asked that exact same question, was, "I'm a friend of your son's." And I cried when he said it. Because it was what I want us to say to each other. And in fact, I even think it was perhaps a bit of a homage to Superman in the original Christopher Reeves movie when asked, "Who are you?" And his response is, "A friend." That was his response way back in 1978, but that was Superman. And in this movie, we got it from Batman. And then to watch those two characters do what they did and to watch Superman become what he became in this film at the end and do what he did. And then to see the sign at the very end of the film that says, and I'll probably get this wrong, I've only seen the movie once, that says, "If you want to see Superman, look around." So, man, I did not expect to react this way. So, here's my hope. My hope is that I could be Superman for you. That I could inspire you to find yourself again. And that when I've lost my way, you would do it for me. And it's my hope that you would be Batman, that I could be Batman for you. And that when you've forgotten your way, that I could remind you. and that we can all be the type of people, as Superman was in that film, that our heart can be something that inspires the world. And I think as the movie ends and you see Batman ready to be a leader, ready to go out into the world and to gather heroes together and to go out and fight again as himself. That's what I want for me and for you. So I thought maybe I was going to talk a little bit about confusing plots and some of that. I'm not even going to do that. That's my heart about this movie. And it could be I'm the only one on the planet that feels that way. But it touched me in a very specific way. And whether you like this movie or not, whether you were troubled by these characterizations or there were things about it you didn't like or you didn't like the style or the look of it, I hope if you haven't watched it or if you watch it again, maybe something I've shared will help you in the process. Thanks for listening to me. And as always, we are Batman and Superman is real.